On September 25, 2018, a grim chapter unfolded on the streets of Newark near South Orange Avenue and Salem Street. Elijah Williams, known as Lil Smith, armed with a 9mm high-point pistol, callously opened fire on 4 individuals seated in a car, identified as Victim 4, Victim 5, Victim 6, and Victim 7. This deliberate act of violence was not a random occurrence, but a calculated move in the ongoing gang rivalry. At least 2 of the victims were members and associates of the Jungle Boys, a rival gang of the Rollin 60's. Both Victim 4 and Victim 5 sustained gunshot wounds, with Victim 4 suffering to the extent of being left paralyzed. This incident, detailed on page 12 of the federal indictment, starkly exemplifies the brutal impact of gang warfare, where power struggles between rival factions result in tragic outcomes for those caught in the crossfire. This is the story of Rajon Cox, known as Tsu Surf, a figure who carved a niche in the battle rap arena only to find himself entangled in a web of legal battles. But beyond the spotlight lies a deeper, darker narrative, the story of his 9 co-defendants, each a cog in the intricate machinery of the Rollin 60's Neighborhood Crips. The indictment, a meticulous federal document, uncovers the gang's sprawling activity stretching from New Jersey across the United States. It paints a vivid picture of a criminal enterprise deeply entrenched in violence, drug trafficking, and a labyrinth of illicit activities. The Rollin 60's, a group with roots in Los Angeles, spread its influence far and wide, establishing a formidable presence in several states, including New Jersey. At the helm of this complex network were figures like Jason Franklin, aka Freak, and Amir Warden, aka Stamps. These senior members orchestrated a symphony of crime, from drug distribution to ruthless acts of violence. Leadership of the Rollin 60's. Jason Franklin, as a senior member, was the linchpin in the gang's complex operations. His influence extended beyond mere oversight. He was actively engaged in orchestrating a range of illicit activities, from drug sales to strategic planning for violent acts. The indictment vividly paints Franklin as a mastermind who not only communicated with leaders in other states, including California and Pennsylvania, but also issued directives to lower-ranking members. His use of social media, particularly Instagram under the user ID bkig_Houdini, was not just for communication but also served as a platform for illegal drug sales. This digital footprint was a testament to his adaptability in blending traditional gang operations with modern technology. His role wasn't confined to drug trafficking alone. He also played a crucial part in retaliation strategies, directing violent acts against rival gang members and sharing information about those suspected of cooperating with law enforcement. Amir Warden's role in the Rollin 60's was equally significant. Known as Stamps, or Killer, he was instrumental in the gang's drug trafficking operations. Warden's responsibility was the logistical organization of drug movement, particularly marijuana and heroin. His activities spanned from organizing the transport of large quantities of marijuana from California to New Jersey to coordinating the distribution of drugs in areas like Irvington and Elizabeth. Warden's impact was also financial. He was deeply involved in the economic aspects of the gang's operations. His interactions, as captured in the indictment, show him negotiating drug prices and dealing with debts related to these activities, as evidenced in conversations on his Instagram account, Bossman Stamps. Together, Franklin and Warden's roles in the Rollin 60's Neighborhood Crips were emblematic of a well-structured and organized criminal enterprise. Their actions and decisions not only affected the dynamics within the gang, but also had far-reaching implications on the communities they operated in. Their involvement in drug trafficking, violent retaliations, and strategic planning underscored the sophisticated and hierarchical nature of the Rollin 60's, revealing a dark underbelly of coordinated criminal activities beneath the surface of their public personas. Street-level enforcers of the Rollin 60's. In the intricate hierarchy of the Rollin 60's Neighborhood Crips, a subset of street-level enforcers played pivotal roles, each contributing to the gang's notorious reputation, as outlined in the indictment. Elijah Williams, aka Lil Smith, emerges as a particularly menacing figure. Accused of direct involvement in shootings, Williams's role extended beyond physical violence into the realm of psychological intimidation, as evidenced by his use of social media. The indictment recounts an instance on February 17, 2020, where he posted a threatening message on Instagram implying violence against rival gang members. This digital bravado was matched by real-world violence. On September 25, 2018, he used a 9mm high-point pistol in a shooting that resulted in serious injuries to at least 2 individuals. Williams' most egregious alleged act, however, was his involvement in a murder on March 20th, 2019, alongside Jason Franklin and Trey Bird, marking him as a central figure in the gang's violent activities. Trey Bird, aka G Bands, is depicted as a key player in orchestrating crime at a street level. His alleged activities included car thefts, as he was involved in discussions and planning of stealing cars, reflecting a strategic role in the gang's operations. Bird's involvement extended to more grave crimes, including a murder on March 20th, 2019, alongside Elijah Williams, indicating his deep entanglement in the gang's violent undertakings. Tyheim Terry, aka Rollin Ty, is implicated in several serious offenses, notably carjacking incidents. The indictment charges him with taking a motor vehicle by force, violence, and intimidation on February 21, 2021, a crime that underscores the gang's engagement in high-risk violent activities. Additionally, Terry's brandishing of firearms during these incidents paints a picture of a gang member willing to use extreme measures to assert control and instill fear. Amir Edmonds, aka G Baby, is portrayed as a critical link in the gang's drug trafficking chain. Charged with the possession and intent to distribute fentanyl and cocaine base on December 8, 2020. Edmonds' role is indicative of the gang's involvement in the drug trade. His possession of firearms further suggests a readiness to defend these illicit activities by any means necessary. Together, these individuals represent the muscle and operational core of the Rollin 60s, each playing a specific role that, when combined, forms a comprehensive picture of a gang deeply involved in a spectrum of criminal activities from drug trafficking to violent crimes. Their actions, as laid out in the indictment, not only underline the severity of their alleged crimes, but also shed light on the operational dynamics within the Rollin 60s. In the intricate hierarchy of the Rollin 60s Neighborhood Crips, several individuals played crucial supporting roles, each contributing to the gang's operations in distinct ways. Abdul Yarel, known as Run It Up, or simply BB, emerges as a key player in this network. His activities, as outlined in the indictment, reveal a focus on the logistical aspects of gang operations, particularly in the acquisition and negotiation of firearms. This role is crucial for a gang where armed violence and the threat thereof are integral to maintaining control and conducting criminal activities. Yarrow's involvement extends to planning retaliatory actions, a response to ongoing gang conflicts and a means of asserting the Rollin 60s' dominance in their territory. His alleged discussions about car thefts further underscore his involvement in the gang's broader criminal activities, highlighting the multifaceted nature of his role within the organization. Kareem Green, or Try Me, is depicted in the indictment as a central figure in the drug distribution network of the Rollin 60s. His involvement in the distribution of cocaine and fentanyl places him at a critical juncture of the gang's drug trafficking operation. Najee Johnson, known as Gito, represents the digital front of the Rollin 60s operations. His use of social media as a tool for coordinating and promoting the gang's activities is a testament to the modern methods employed by criminal organizations. Through platforms like Instagram, Johnson's role involves not just the dissemination of information among gang members, but also the projection of the gang's presence and power in the digital realm. This aspect of the gang's activities is particularly insidious given the accessibility and reach of social media, extending the influence of the Rollin 60s beyond physical boundaries. Together, these individuals form a crucial component of the Rollin 60s structure. Their roles, though supportive in nature, are indispensable for the functioning of the gang, each contributing to the maintenance of its criminal endeavors and the perpetuation of its influence both on the streets and online. The role of Tsu Surf. Rajon Cox, widely known as Tsu Surf in the battle rap community, presents a complex persona, blending his public image as a celebrated artist with allegations of a darker role in the criminal underworld. His involvement with the Rollin 60s Neighborhood Crips, as detailed in the federal indictment, portrays a man straddling two very different worlds. As part of the Rollin 60s, a gang with a hierarchically structured network, Tsu Surf's alleged position wasn't explicitly outlined as a leader like Jason Franklin or Amir Warden, but his charges shed light on a significant role. On July 24, 2019, he was charged with possession of firearms and ammunition as a convicted felon, a serious federal offense. This charge involved the possession of a Beretta PX 4 Storm .40 caliber handgun and a Taurus Brazil PT 111 Pro 9mm firearm, both loaded and ready for use. Such possession suggests a readiness for violence, a stark contrast to his public persona as a battle rapper. Furthermore, Tsu Surf's acknowledgement of these firearms on his Instagram account, where he lamented their seizure by law enforcement, indicates a deep entanglement in the gang's activities. His casual reference to these weapons on social media not only showcases a brazen attitude towards illegal activities, but also reflects a duality in his life. On stage, Tsu Surf is a revered figure, known for his lyrical prowess and the ability to captivate audiences with his storytelling. However, the indictment paints a different picture, one where these storytelling skills possibly mask a deeper involvement in criminal operations. The Rollin 60's, as described in the indictment, operated with a clear hierarchy and division of roles. In this structured criminal environment, Tsu Surf's involvement, particularly with firearms, suggests a role that goes beyond a mere affiliation. It implies active participation, a readiness to engage in the gang's violent religion. This duality of character, a battle rapper with a significant following and an alleged gang member involved in serious criminal activities, adds a layer of complexity to the narrative of Tsu Surf and challenges the perception of him solely as an artist for some. The indictment reveals the Rollin 60's as more than just a gang. It was a complex organism, each member a cell functioning in unison for the survival and prosperity of the whole. The leadership, particularly Franklin and Warden, operated as the brain, issuing commands and orchestrating the gang's multifaceted criminal endeavors. Below them, the enforcers and street-level operatives carried out these directives, ensuring the gang's grip on their territories through fear and violence. This anatomy of crime, meticulously detailed in the indictment, shows a hierarchy functioning with efficiency and brutal effectiveness. The gang's activities were not random acts of violence or opportunistic drug sales. They were parts of a larger strategy, a grand design orchestrated by calculating minds.
Yeah, now, like Tsu Surf Big Army is cooperating, you feel me? Right, so
as the saga of Tsu Surf and his co-defendants unfolds, a shroud of mystery lingers over the narrative. Early reports mention of an unseen informant within the inner circle of Tsu Surf's Rollin 60's. Who could the unseen informant be? The possibilities are as intriguing as they are unsettling. Could it be Jason Franklin, known as Freak, whose strategic mind and leadership role might offer invaluable insights to law enforcement? Or Amir Warden, aka Stamps, whose deep involvement in the drug trafficking operations could provide a comprehensive map of the gang's illicit network? Then there's Elijah Williams, Lil Smith, whose violent actions left a man paralyzed. Does he harbor secrets that could reduce his own legal burden? Or perhaps Trey Bird, known as G-Bands, whose involvement in car thefts and more serious crimes might incentivize cooperation for leniency. The implications of Tsu Surf's own plea deal, leading to a notably lenient 5-year sentence, add layers to the mystery. Did Surf's deal involve providing critical information that helped untangle the complex web of the Rollin 60's operations? Or conversely, was it someone else whose testimony allowed Surf to negotiate such favorable terms? Each member of this intricate network holds pieces to a puzzle that, once completed, could reveal not just the mechanics of their criminal enterprise, but also the dynamics of loyalty and survival within it. In the end, the question of who the informant might be is not just about unmasking a single individual. It's about understanding the complexities of human nature, the choices made at the crossroads of freedom, and the lengths one might go to protect their future. Ultimately, the truth will emerge, perhaps not in a court of law, but in the court of public opinion and the unforgiving tribunal of the streets. In the meantime, the whispers continue, the questions persist, and the story of Tsu Surf and Newark's Rollin 60's remains a compelling tale of crime, punishment, and redemption. Hey, battle rap fans, I've got something exciting just for you. Are you ready to test your battle rap knowledge? Dive into our exclusive battle rap quiz shorts. You'll find it in the comments or the description below. It's a thrilling way to discover how deep your knowledge really runs in the world of battle rap. And that's not all. If you're looking to wear your battle rap passion on your sleeve, Our apparel is designed for true aficionados like you. Lastly, a huge shout out for supporting the Algorithm Institute of Battle Rap. Your engagement helps us grow and bring even more content to the community. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share. If you enjoy the content, I'm your host, Battle Rap Algorithm. See you next week. Oh, don't forget to follow us on Twitter.
This the Algorithm Institute of Battle Rap. They say they videos the best and that they all of that. The battle rap algorithm, yeah, I'm ballin' with them. Not like them other bloggers compromised by the system, no.
I'm a Tsu Surf, Tsu Surf. I'm a Tsu Surf, I'm Tsu Surf. I'm a Tsu Surf, 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 I'm Tsu Surf. I'm a Tsu Surf, I'm Tsu Surf. I'm a Tsu Surf, I'm Tsu Surf.